Hey guys, so today we have a really cool vlog. We got videos from members and officers all across the state of North Carolina to give us their best tips and tricks of running for an officer position at the chapter, federation, regional, and state level. We hope you guys enjoy.
Hey y'all, my name is Reese and I want to share with you guys a little tip that helps me during interviews, which is knowing a lot about myself. So basically just journal about yourself every week and make sure that you know as much about yourself as possible. That way if your interviewer asks you a question about yourself, you can answer it as smoothly as possible. And I guarantee you it will help you with your interview. Good luck!
My number one tip for running for an officer position within the FFA is to be genuine. It's really important that you're confident and you trust yourself because ultimately the interview committee wants to learn more about you as a person.
My name's Abby Rose, and today I have 3 tips on running for an officer position. Tip number 1, be yourself. Tip number 2, eye contact. It promotes confidence. And tip number 3, have fun. It's okay if you don't get your officer position. I have confidence in you that you will.
Hi, my name's Ellen Edgy, and I'm from the Topsail FFA chapter. Some tips I have for anyone that's applying to be an officer is to definitely put down any community service you've done. When the committee sees that you're involved in the community, they're definitely going to want you to influence others to do the same. Another tip I have is definitely be positive and very engaged in your interview. When the committee sees that you're being very smiley and very excited to be there, they're going to see that you want to be an officer. And as an officer, you want to influence others to do the same. Thank you.
When running for an officer position, one of my biggest pieces of advice is to never compare yourself to other candidates and to know what you bring to the table and what your own strengths are.
Just be yourself and speak from the heart. The interviewer panel just wants to understand who you are and how you'd contribute to the team. So be proud of your strengths, conscious of your weaknesses, and speak honestly and wholeheartedly. You've got this.
Hey y'all, my name is Taylor Hall from the East Central region, and one big piece of advice I'd have to give is to always believe in yourself. It's easy to doubt yourself throughout the process. However, if you remain confident and passionate about what you're saying, other people believe in you as well.
Hey, it's Reagan Boostervad from the Clinton FFA chapter, and my tip for you is not to think that you have to have the most perfect and clear-cut answers to every question. Sometimes the silliest, craziest, and most out there answers can be the most memorable. So go show every part of yourself.
During this time of quarantine, I encourage you to sit down and write out your why. Once you know your why and your purpose here on this earth, goals such as chapter, federation, region, or even state office become so much more achievable.
Hey FFA, a tip that I have for officer interviews is to be yourself. You don't want to pretend to be someone that you're not, and they're looking for a person that's honest and genuine. Another tip that I have is to use personal examples when answering their questions. This can help for them to get to know you better and to know what you can bring to their team. Good luck!
And if I could give any piece of advice to someone wanting to run for an officer position, I would tell them to tell a story. In that short interview time, it may be hard to get to really know someone. So if you can tell short little stories to help answer questions, then that'll give the interviewers a better idea of who you are individually.
It's important to note the difference between becoming a better version of yourself and changing yourself completely. When running for an office position, there will always be room for growth, but you have to stay true to who you are.
If you're thinking about running for an officer position this spring, I would say definitely go for it because you never know where the opportunity can take you. Some tips and advice I would just give during the interview is to remember to show your passion for the organization and just to be you because there's no one else like you out there.
The past state officer, Anna Young, my good friend, told me you should always be you, be true, be passionate. And that's a motto that I try and live by through state office. In spring training, we talked a lot about being yourself because FFA has prepared us for the past 4 years for the interview process, and now we have to dive into ourselves and reflect and let them know who we are. So that's what I would do.
To be confident in who you are and to have a servant's heart attitude. One of your main roles as an officer is to serve others, no matter whom that may be. If it's the FFA members, people in the community, people in your school, whoever this may be, it's your role to serve.
Good communication skills. While serving, you will be the voice of your chapter as well as chapter members.
My advice for anyone running for any sort of officer position would just to be yourself. Being yourself helps to show all the positive traits about you.
Hey guys, if I had to give any advice on running for an FFA office, it'd just be to know what you're getting into. FFA office can be fun at times, but there's also times that are very difficult and challenging. Do your background research, and if you decide FFA office is not for you, find another way to get involved in this great organization.
I ran for a chapter officer position one time and I didn't get it. I should have had a tantrum. I should have sat down. I should have gave up. But no, I got up and I stood out. I didn't let it stop my drive to be great for my chapter and community. I ran for other positions. I became the Federation president. I'm running for regional officer soon. Don't let a minor inconvenience stop your wanting to be a leader in your chapter and community. Be a light in the darkness. Stand up and stand out. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hey y'all, it's Shay. Just a few things to remember for your interview day. Make sure the night before you get a good night's sleep. The day of you drink lots of water to stay hydrated. And despite how nervous you may feel, make sure to eat a good meal to stay energized throughout the day.
Three tips for your next officer interview. First, be yourself. Tell compelling stories and let the audience know what you bring to the table. Second, be professional in the way you look, act, dress, and speak. And last but not least, look at it as more of a process of personal growth rather than a competition to get a spot on a team.
It's extremely important to tell what makes you a leader. And that doesn't just have to be experience. That can be your character and it can be your ag story. And make sure you tell that in a way that really portrays who you are.
When running for an officer position, it's so important to know your why. Make sure you understand why you're running for this officer position and what makes you unique to the committee.
One piece of advice that I would give for an interview is that it's okay to take a brief moment to think about what you want to say prior to answering a question. This allows for you to collect your thoughts and ultimately provide an answer that's cohesive and doesn't seem rushed.
Be comfortable in your own skin and be proud of yourself, because if you're not proud of yourself, then nobody can be proud of you, and it starts with you. So know what makes you unique and embrace that.
Hey guys, Sarah Beth here. The biggest piece of advice that I could offer anyone running for any sort of officer position is to go in and smile. A smile brings joy to the interview panel and shows that you're really open and friendly. In addition, make sure you take a deep breath and remember that it's all going to be okay no matter what the outcome of the interview. There is a plan for the next year of your life, whether you're serving or whether you're finding new and creative ways to serve.